Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to show you how I weed and seed in the buffalo grass patch. I wasn't going to film this at all, but while I was doing my weed and seed, which I'll show you how to do in just a bit, while I was filming it, I found the imposter grass everywhere in here. So I have to go through this whole thing and get it out. You could see this is buffalo grass. If you look at it straight down, it has grass coming straight up. This is the imposter grass. It's a good deal more yellow and it's already going to seed. So I have to get this out of here before it drops seed. I have a bucket to put this stuff in and it's all over the place. So let me get my bucket and we'll show you what the weed and seed is all about. Yeah, see, we got some mixed in right with the buffalo grass, and you just got to grab a hold of a couple of the stems and yank on it. It comes out real easy. That is buffalo grass. Let me go get my bucket to put this stuff in. Don't want to leave it out in the field because those seeds will drop and create a ton more of this stuff. While I'm at it, I'm pulling out this crabgrass and barnyard grass and stuff. It's dead, but it seems like wherever you find that, you find this imposter grass. And I really don't know what this stuff is called, but apparently the quinclorac did not kill it. Like right here, it's yellower too. I don't know if I mentioned that. So if I see a slightly yellow grass that is kind of laying flat, and I showed that earlier, me pulling some of that stuff, but I didn't notice because it's kind of mixing in with the buffalo grass. I didn't notice that it was kind of taking over. All right, let me get my bucket and we'll go through this patch right here. So what I do when I weed and seed, like I said, I go around and yank out any egregious weeds. Usually it's not as much grass like this. Usually it's pigweed or something else. This stuff comes out pretty easy. Now the rest of that is buffalo grass. So what I do is sprinkle whatever kind of grass seed I have. In this case, this is a patch of buffalo grass, so I'm using buffalo grass seed. But when I'm out in a field, whatever grass that I'm trying to, or grass or flower that I'm trying to introduce or get more of, that's what kind of seed I'll use. So that is basically it. You can walk on this after a month like this, but you just got to be kind of gentle. Don't shuffle your feet. Make sure you put your feet straight up and straight down. Yeah, there's some areas of this patch right here that are much worse than others. And if I can't tell if the grass is this weed grass or not, I'll just leave it. It'll become more apparent as it gets older. And I don't want to grab just grab a whole big chunk of grass. You only have to grab the part that you know is wrong and pull on it, and this stuff will come right out. These other grasses, these dying grasses that I killed with the quinclorac, they come out real easy as well because they're dying. And at this time of the year, the buffalo grass has much more roots to it, so you're not going to pull out the buffalo grass as you pull that out. Hopefully you're seeing this. I never seem to have these head cams aimed right. Sprinkle some seed, and because this is still watered and it's still warm out, the buffalo grass will sprout. It is, what is it, August 2nd? So there's not a huge amount of time left to plant this because it's a warm season grass. So it's do it now or don't do it at all. Wait for next year. You really can't plant warm season grasses in the fall. You can, but the seeds aren't going to come up until next year. They need it to be warm out to germinate. So, like I said, I was not planning on doing this today. I have a video to do showing the ditch garden. Maybe I'll be able to get around to that a little bit later, but at least this patch here is very clogged up with weeds. Let me give you an overview of the entire patch here. Okay, like along the edge here, this is one, and once you pull them, it clears up really nice, looks a lot better. But some of the places, like where I was just at, this has a whole lot of smartweed in with it. I'm going to yank that out as well. The entire reason why I came over here was because of that area. It's just so thick. It's shading out the buffalo grass. And I wanted to get this pigweed out of here before it drops any seed. Pigweed drops like, I think it can be up to 1 million seeds. It's insane how many seeds they drop. That is pigweed, and it's growing all crazy like that because the quinclorac is killing it. So now we have an invader weed right next to it. Right there, right there. Yeah, this will go quicker than I was thinking because a single plant, yeah, that's probably a single plant, all that stuff right there. There's probably only 3 or 4 of these pigweed, and the rest is hollyhock. Yeah, hollyhock and other stuff. Another big pigweed here. Alright, let me get back to the area where I was at. That's my pile so far. And I did this little area right here. And like I said, a lot of the places are pretty nice, but almost every area has some of these invader grasses. I'm gonna have to find out what they're called, but they look so similar at a glance. I didn't really even notice them. Alright, I'm gonna finish this up and then show you when I'm done, and then we'll go take a look at the Big Rock Prairie and take a peek at the Triangle Prairie. I have to trim the tops in the Triangle Prairie, so Might as well get that done right away as well. I got all the weeds out of here. Massive pile there. The majority of the broadleaf, well, most of the weeds were dead or dying, but they were really shading out the buffalo grass. Well, I shouldn't say that. The look-alike grass that is probably 2/3 of that pile right there, that did not die. So I had to get all of that out before it dropped a whole bunch of seed. Every one of them plants had seed heads on it, but they were all like really young. So it's real lucky that I got in here and got rid of that before it all dropped seed. Yeah, this buffalo grass is gorgeous, but getting it started is a bit difficult because it grows so slow. But once it establishes, it's really nice and thick, and you don't have to worry about it as much. Alright, this took a lot longer than I thought because I found that look-alike grass, that imposter grass, and had to get rid of all of it. So I'm just going to show the other two areas, and then that'll wrap it up for this video. Yeah, I need to get in here and spray again. This really doesn't need a weeding like that other one did. That was a super weedy area to start with, and this was all woods not that long ago, and it's had other grasses growing in here since then. It's got a few weeds. That is not that same look-alike grass, but yeah, I was hoping the quinclorac would kill all of the weedy grasses, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Yeah, see, the whole weed and seed came around when I was weeding. Yeah, see, pulled up some grasses that I would like. I can shove them back in there. They should be just fine. The whole weed and seed came about. I was going around one day pulling up the giant foxtail back in there, and every time I pulled one up it made a big hole, and I was thinking, well, if I had seed with me and tossed it into that hole and then just stepped it in, then I would be pretty much guaranteed that I'm going to have a good plant there instead of a bad plant. Yeah, this is the worst area here. I will probably come in here and weed all of this out, but the rest of this really doesn't need it. I want to get rid of this too. That stuff is hard to kill. I'm going to try doing 2,4-D on it because I still have some of that in my original patch of buffalo grass, and it just keeps coming back. It's really hard to get rid of. Yeah, I might have to come in here. So far, none of this stuff is going to seed, so I got a little while. Alright, I have a little work to do in here, and we'll go see what it looks like over by the triangle. Yeah, there is quite a bit of buffalo grass here, and not a huge amount of weeds. Most of these weeds are dying, dead or dying. That one's not. Got a little bit of the mustard stuff in here. Yeah, that's not dead or dying. This is witch's broom, and when I was weeding the previous plot, I noticed that a lot of that was witch's broom as well. Yeah, I got to get in here and spray this or trim it. I really should trim it. I just don't have the time today it took too long to get that other stuff done. Yeah, we got real good coverage of the buffalo grass and very few weeds other than this dead or dying grass, but it really needs to be trimmed, and I really need to get in here and do another spray. Yeah, I'm gonna do some experiments with the buffalo grass and see if I could spray 2,4-D on here. I've heard that you can't, but I've never tried it myself. So I'm gonna do select areas like maybe that, spray a little tree, because quinclorac is not gonna kill a little tree like that. I'll spray a little tree, or maybe these blackberries and some of the more tough weeds, and see if it kills that and doesn't kill the buffalo grass. I'll have to find out for myself. A lot of the stuff that you read online is just not true. Okay, that'll wrap this video up. Like I said, there's going to be a lot more videos on buffalo grass, and I would say by the end of next year, I'll be an expert on it. I'm getting there already. So if you want to see any of that, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.